Assalamualaikum, we are from Group D, and in this video we are going to talk about solar thermal energy, which is an important type of renewable energy. So our group member consists of Kelvin, Faiza, me myself Fazli, Taufik Kuwa, and Afiq Aiman. So first of all, solar thermal energy works by using heat from the sun rather than sunlight to generate electricity. Unlike solar panels, which directly convert sunlight into electrical energy, solar thermal system collect the sun's heat and use it to warm a fluid such as water or oil. This heat can then be used for different purposes, including heating water, warming buildings, or producing electricity in power plants. One of the main advantages of solar thermal energy is that it is clean and environmentally friendly. It does not produce harmful emissions and helps reduce our dependence on fossil fuels like coal and oil. In addition, solar thermal energy can store heat, which allow energy to be used even when the sun is not shining. Overall, solar thermal energy is a sustainable solution that plays an important role in reducing climate change and meeting the world's growing energy demands.
I'd like to start by clarifying that solar thermal technology is distinct from the solar panels because it captures sunlight to generate heat, not electricity. The process is quite straightforward. The first collector on the roof absorbs the solar radiation and immediately transfer it into a fluid circulating within the system. This heat fluid is then pumped down to a storage tank, where it passes through a coil to warm up your household water supply efficiently. To make this process work, we rely on three specific pieces of hardware. The most visible part is the collector on the roof, which acts as the engine to capture energy, either using flat plates or high efficiency vacuum tubes. Inside the tank, we use a heat exchanger, which is copper coil that allow heat to transfer safely without ever mixing the chemical fluid with your clean water. The entire system is managed by a smart controller, which only activates the pump when the roof is hot enough to effectively heat the tank. Next, looking at the Malaysian policy landscape, there is a strong government support for this technology. We are fully aligned with the National Energy Transitions Roadmap and ETR, which targets 70 renewable capacity by 2050. Financially, the business case is solid because companies that can claim a 100% investment tax allowance under the GITA incentive for certified equipment. Furthermore, the National Energy Policy explicitly recognizes thermal energy management as the critical step in achieving our nation's low carbon status. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I am Nur Faiza and I would like to explain about the application of thermal solar system based on the 6 examples below. The first application is solar water heating or DHW. This system is very common for homes, apartments or hostels. It helps us save money because it uses the sun to heat water instead of using expensive electric or gas heaters. Next is solar greenhouse dryer. Farmers use this to dry crops like cocoa, coffee and paddy. It is better than traditional open air drying because it is faster, cleaner and prevents the crops from spoiling. Then we go to solar cooling. This might sound strange, but we can use heat for air conditioning. This system uses thermal energy to run cooling machines instead of relying only on electricity. Moving to the next slide, we have swimming pool heating. In this system, pool water is pumped through solar collectors to absorb heat from the sun. The warm water is then circulated back into the pool to keep it comfortable. Next is solar desalination. This is a way to make fresh water. The sunlight heats up salty water until it evaporates. The salt is left behind and the vapor cools down to become clean, drinkable water. Finally, the last example of solar thermal application is concentrated solar power, CSP. This technology uses mirrors to focus a lot of sunlight onto only one spot. This creates intense heat that makes steam. The steam then drives a turbine to produce electricity for us to use.
Next, I would like to present about issues and challenge on solar thermal. The issues are super expensive to build because it needs a lot of upfront cost to build at first place. Then it also need a lot of water for cooling. It will not efficiently good in the dry places. And hot beam can bump or kill birds flying through. This is because the radiation emitted by the solar thermal might be harmful to the living things such as birds. Some fluid inside the solar thermal can leak and pollute if not handled right. The next one is challenge. The challenge of the solar thermal, it needs a huge open dam. This challenge also can take up the most spaces in the forest and only work with strong sun. It can only work in the day but not at night. And the maintenance is needed by a specialist, not some local technician. And if we want to transfer the load, we need a new power grid. The old power grid will cause issues. That's all for this issues and challenge slide.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will continue the presentation about the advantages of the solar thermal. Solar thermal is a renewable and environmentally friendly energy source. It helps reduce electricity use and reliance on fossil fuel, lowering carbon emissions. The system also has low operating and maintenance costs, making it practical for the long term. It is suitable for the domestic, commercial and industrial heating application, and it is proven and reliable technology. Next, the limitation. Solar thermal depends on sunlight and weather condition, which can reduce its performance. The initial installation cost is relatively high, and adding thermal energy storage increases the system complexity. Without storage system, it is also less effective at night. Finally, the future trends. We are seeing improvement in thermal energy storage technologies, which allow solar heat to be used even the sunlight is not available. Hybrid systems that combine solar thermal with PV panels or heat pump are becoming more common. There is increasing adoption in industrial process heating, and technological advancement are helping reduce costs. Large-scale concentrated solar thermal plants are also expanding, and integration with smart energy management system will make the system more efficient and reliable. Overall, solar thermal continues to be a sustainable and efficient way to produce heat, with promising development for the future. Thank you.